This year marks the 250th birthday of the United States of America. If you caught our last episode, then you already know where the big celebrations are happening: Philadelphia, Boston, Washington, D.C. But here's the real conundrum: where should you go? I'm Angie Orth, and today we're answering that question for every type of traveler. Maybe you're the type who wants to chase down stories from the Revolution that never made it into the history books. Or you're a parent trying to make the 4th of July memorable without losing your kids to boredom after the first museum. Perhaps you're a foodie wondering where to find the most delicious slice of American culture. Or you just want to stand somewhere so visually spectacular it takes your breath away. We're back with Barbara Noe Kennedy and Erin Gifford to share the best America 250 destinations for exactly the kind of trip you're looking for. Because celebrating 250 years of America shouldn't feel overwhelming. It should feel personal, because we're all a part of the story. So, first question, what's the best event or place to be for history buffs? This is going to be a tough one.
There's just so much history, though.
I would say Virginia's Historic Triangle, because there you have Jamestown, where the first English colony was established. You have Williamsburg, which was the colonial capital before it was moved to Virginia, before it moved to Richmond. Plus, you have Yorktown, where the final decisive battle of the Revolutionary War took place. So you have all that history, this whole continuum of history in one place.
I would say Western South Dakota, and I'll tell you why, is because you've got Mount Rushmore, and of course you've got the presidential history, but then you've got Crazy Horse, you've got a lot of indigenous culture. It's really in the area of Badlands National Park is only not that far away. You've got, I think, Wind Cave National Park. You've got Deadwood, historic Deadwood, which is kind of the Wild West town. So you've got multiple different eras there that you can explore. So you just go there and you make Rapid City your home base. And you can go to, like I said, national parks, presidential history, Wild West history, indigenous history. So if you really want to get kind of the full scope, that's a great place to be based.
I love those answers. Okay, best place for a family celebration. Where do you want to take the kids?
I always like to go to places where you can incorporate some history. So like the Alamo is a really cool place. The San Antonio Riverwalk is really interesting and historic. But then you can also add in kind of SeaWorld, because that's kind of a fun, really kid-centric, family-friendly place. So I would say anywhere you take the family, you need to incorporate both history and stuff that's maybe really fun.
Got to mix it up for the kids.
Totally, you have to.
Barbara?
I would say the festivals that will be happening everywhere, in cities, large, small towns, everywhere. I mean, kids love parades and food and entertainment. There's going to be so much that's catering to kids. I think you can't go wrong.
What do you think is the most visually spectacular place to celebrate America's 250?
I will tell you, one of my favorite places that I consider to be visually spectacular is, I hate to say Las Vegas, and not the Las Vegas Strip, but one of my favorite places in Las Vegas is actually the Neon Museum. Anytime you can go there, I feel like that's visually spectacular. And I'm sure that kind of for this year, they're going to kind of amp it up. If you've never been to the Neon Museum, they've got a lot of kind of old signs that they've kind of refurbished and lit up, and that's definitely a part of our history.
I might say Norfolk, Virginia. And the reason I say this is because I have this image. I've read about how the Parade of Tall Ships will be coming there, rounding the bend. Much of the landscape looks the same as it was 250 years ago. And just to see this long line of historic ships against this backdrop, I think could be spectacular, unexpected.
Is there an event where you would recommend people check out to uncover untold stories of the Revolution?
I would say, in terms of the untold stories, it would be the dedication of the First Baptist Church in Williamsburg, which is also celebrating its 250th anniversary in 2026. And tons of history there that is recently being uncovered. And so I think that will be a really interesting event to attend.
Even if you don't know about an event, just sort of hone in on a destination. I feel like everybody is going all out this year. They're going to be having more events than they normally have and bigger events than they normally have. So really, if you're interested in Historic Triangle, go on the Jamestown website, go on the Yorktown website, go and see what's going on and then kind of plan your trip around that, because probably no matter when you want to go, there's going to be some big events or big stories that they're going to be sharing. Everybody is trying to put like their best stuff out this year. So I think you're really going to be excited and interested no matter where you go.
For example, it seems like Georgia's doing a lot, and you wouldn't think of Georgia as being a place. I mean, it was a colony, but for example, George Walton was a signer of the Declaration of Independence. His house, historic Meadow Garden, they're going all out with all kinds of stuff going on, including they have a quill pen experience where you can write like a signer, as they call it.
I love that.
So, you take one of those feather quill pens and ink and write, get a feel. It's probably for kids, but I still think it would be really cool.
I would do it.
To try that.
I would do it. Yeah, that sounds great.
I know, exactly.
That sounds fun. Okay, last question. Best America 250 event for foodies.
And something I've gotten into a little bit is kind of food tours. I feel like every town has a really cool food tour. So I think if you can jump onto a food tour of some kind, I think that's great. It doesn't have to be a specific destination, but again, you're going to find food tours a lot of places, New Orleans, Seattle, a lot of places that are really known for food. Go there. And that's going to be a great opportunity to learn more about the town, culinary heritage, just so much. So that's my suggestion for foodies.
Well, my answer is probably one that foodies would probably not say. And that is what comes to mind is state fairs, because I know that state fairs will be going all out in 2026. They're really gearing up for it. And of course, they're famous for their food. I mean, I don't know if fried Snickers or whatever is considered a foodie.
It's very
food,
American.
Anyway.
It doesn't get more American than a fried Snickers, okay?
Exactly. So I think don't forget the state fairs, because that's all part of our history too. And they'll be doing a lot of special things, including food.
The Renwick Gallery, a Smithsonian museum, has through September an exhibit on state fairs. Oh, yeah. And I went there a couple months ago. I think I was on opening day because I read about it in the weekend section in the Washington Post. And it's amazing. So to her point, when she said that, I thought, oh, that is such a great idea, because you are so right. State fairs have, all kinds of crazy food. And it's just a great opportunity to just try all the different things they have there. Even the fried Snickers or fried Oreos. I mean, I've definitely bought my kids those from, time to time.
So here's what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to pick a great 4th of July event. That is going to be one main priority. Priority number 2, national parks, get outside, drive within an hour of me and see what history there is that maybe I ignored because it's where I live. And sometimes you do that. And I'm going to bring a cupcake, and I'm going to have a candle, and I'm going to sing happy birthday to the U.S. wherever I go.
That is so cute. I love that.
If you want to learn more about celebrating America's 250th birthday, then be sure to check out AAA.com/America250. Erin Gifford and Barbara Noe Kennedy, thank you for joining us. And thank you to our listeners for being with us. If you're planning a trip, be sure to connect with a AAA travel advisor. Check out AAA.com/travel or visit your local branch. This podcast is a production of Auto Club Enterprises. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and leave us a review. I'm Angie Orth. Thank you for traveling with AAA.